Alright, this is one of those cards you look at once and scroll past. And that's exactly why so many people are missing how good this card actually is. Because this Federico Valverde Player of the Week card low-key doesn't play like a normal 100-2. He plays like something way higher. Let's be real for a second. When you hear Player of the Week CMF, you're not expecting anything crazy. You're thinking, yeah, decent card, maybe squad depth, maybe a bench option. But this is not a bench player, this is a starter. And I'm not just saying that. I'm saying this after actually breaking down what he does in-game. Because this card is built different. Let's start with the most important thing, his playstyle, hole player. Now, if you understand a football, you already know how dangerous that is. Because hole players don't just sit in midfield, they don't wait, they don't play safe, they attack, they find space, they make runs that defenders don't track, and that alone already makes him valuable. But then you look at his finishing, 88 finishing for a CMF. That's crazy. Now imagine this in-game. You're building up. Your striker is marked, your winger is covered, you don't see an obvious pass, then suddenly, Valverde makes a late run into the box. You pass, first time shot, goal, and the opponent is just there, like, where did he even come from? That's the power of this card. It's not just about stats, it's about movement. Now let's talk about his speed, because this is where things start to feel unfair. 90 speed, 91 acceleration. For a midfielder, that's elite, and in-game, you feel it. He's not slow, he's not average, he's explosive. He wins the ball, and immediately turns defense into attack. No delay, no hesitation, just go. And this is what makes him perfect for modern gameplay. Because eFootball right now, it rewards transitions, quick movement, fast attacks. And Valverde, he thrives in that environment. Now let's talk about his shooting, because this is where people get surprised. 94 kicking power, 88 finishing. This is not a midfielder that just taps the ball. This is a midfielder that can score from distance. You give him space outside the box, he's shooting. And when he shoots, it's not weak, it's not soft. It's a rocket. You know those goals where the keeper just stands there? Yeah, that's what happens when Valverde hits it clean. Now combine that with his movement. Now he's scoring from inside the box, edge of the box. Late runs counterattacks, he's not predictable, and that makes him dangerous. Now let's talk about his control. 90 ball control, 87 dribbling, 85 tight possession. This is smooth, not Neymar level, but definitely not clunky. He can receive the ball under pressure, turn quickly, carry the ball forward, and this is important. Because some midfielders, they panic under pressure. They lose the ball. They feel heavy. Valverde doesn't. He feels reliable. Now let's talk about his passing. 87 low pass, 80 lofted pass. This is solid. He's not a pure playmaker. He's not going to control the game like a classic AMF, but he doesn't need to, because his role is different. He's there to support, to connect play, to keep things moving, and he does that perfectly. Now here's where things get really interesting. His defending, 80 defensive awareness, 90 defensive engagement, 83 tackling, 87 aggression. This is not a weak midfielder. This is not someone you have to hide. He can press, he can intercept, he can win the ball back. So now think about this. You've got a player who defends like a DMF, moves like an AMF, scores like a CF for 100 coins. That's insane. And this is why I said earlier, he doesn't play like a 102. Because in actual gameplay, he impacts the game way more than his rating suggests. Now let's compare him to epic cards, because that's the real conversation. Some epics have better dribbling, some have better passing, some feel smoother. But here's the thing. Most epics are specialized. They're amazing at one thing, maybe two. Valverde, he does everything. And in eFootball, that versatility is powerful because matches are unpredictable. Sometimes you need to defend, sometimes you need to attack, sometimes you need someone to just run and cover space. Valverde does all of that. Now let's talk about stamina. 92 stamina, this is huge because it means he doesn't stop. 99th minute, he's still running, still pressing, still making runs. While other players are tired, he's still active, and that gives you an advantage late in games. Now let's talk about fit, because this is important. Some players only work in certain systems. You have to adjust your entire team for them. Valverde, he fits anywhere. Quick counter, perfect. He thrives in transitions, long ball counter. Even better, he makes those forward runs. Possession, still works. He supports build-up. You don't change your team for him. He adapts to you. And that's rare. Now let's be honest. There are a few weaknesses. His jumping is low. So aerial duels, not his strength. His balance is okay, not elite. So in tight physical battles, he might struggle a bit. And his passing, while good, is not elite. But here's the thing. Those weaknesses don't matter much because of everything else he brings.